Natakot yata sa ulan. So medyo must we have more guests than we have audience today. Rare. Okay. But anyway, we'd like to introduce Jomar to introduce who he invited to today's picnic. Kasi today, ang goal nitong picnic na to, normally, kasi may mga tao na from different groups, mga different organizations, mga iba hindi practitioner o practitioner ibang art. Ini-invite namin kasi bihira magkakilala ang mga taga-ibang art sa paraan na tawag dito hindi competition. Minsan nakikita-kita pag competition lang, nakikita-kita pagka tournament. So ang ginagawa namin, if you go to fmaforum.org, makikita nyo na ito isang paraan para magkakilala sa paraan na friendly. At magkakakilala tungkol sa kanya-kanyang grupo, kanya-kanyang estilo. Kasi marami dyan na naririnig natin dahil panahon na ng internet na may mga lumalabas na gumagawa-gawa ng kwento, may mga chismis. So, ang paraan ng FMA Forum, FMA Picnic is ito. Magkita-kita, brotherhood, magkakilala ng iba-ibang grupo, iba-ibang sistema. Okay, so I'd like to call again Jomar to introduce his invited guests. So we'd like to also introduce first, we'd like to introduce Robbie Trinidad. Siya yung tagabili namin ng tinapay. Okay? So ako si John Escudero, tagadala ng mat tsaka inumin. Simon ang Mon Rivera, siya yung isa pang kalbo na apat kami. So kami yung siya yung isa pang MC natin. And I'd also like to introduce yung isa pang kalbo, si Torky. Okay. Yung isa pang kalbo.
Kaya mo,
na tingi.
malakas ang ano niya.
Okay? Yung isa pang kalbo na si Torky. To also introduce his guest later. So, paunahin ko na si Jomar. Okay?
Hello. Mga pala si Jomar Ovejas and introduce ko sa inyo si Master Roger Levalle of Harness System. I don't know what this system is. So maybe sir, pakilala ka muna kung sino ka.
Ako po si Master Roger Del Valle. Harness System, individual.
Sorry, kasi si Master kasi Roger, wala pa siyang masyadong pangalan sa system.
Okay lang.
So,
Studies individual. Studies harness individual. System. Harness system, individual. Studies. Yun lang.
So, bali saan ho kayo nagpa-practice?
Sa Luneta.
Sa Luneta ho kayo natuturo? Pag sabi niyo individual, may grupo kayo o talagang pag tinuturuan niyo isa-isa?
Sabay-sabay.
Sabay-sabay.
Kaya ibig sabihin, individual, advance ang turo ko sa kanila. Meron niyang pinaka-basic na medyo meron advance. Kasi kung mga tinutuwa ko medyo may edad na eh. Wala akong estudyanteng bata.
Mga anong edad kaya may edad?
Mga lain ng mga 40.
40. Aray, isang taon na lang ako. Isang taon na lang pala, may edad na ako.
so ipapakita nga ni Master Roger ang kanyang system. Testing.
Wala ko umatras ng konti para
Ito, may ibig sabihin ito. Yung ang kuha nito, combination vaccine. Pag tumira halimbawa, kung sa basic, ito lang yun. Yan lang yan. Pag tumira, pag pumunta, kung halimbawa kung galaw siya, ano yun. Para all mabilis na paggagawa, ito na yun. Parang kombinasyon sa coke. Dito lang along. Start ka. Halimbawa, kung ganito yun, kurma. Halimbawa, kung pumalo siya, palo. Yun. Ha? Yun. Pagdating dito, tira. Ngayon, pagdating dito, pak! Ulit. Ito yun. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, pwede na siya. Now. Pagdating naman sa ganun pa rin ang palo, ito, pag! Na, yun ang ano niya. Ulit, another. Okay, go. Move, back. There.
Ayan, no? Oo.
Pagdating ito, back. There. Now, finger lock. Yan ang pattern ng sa boxing harness. Pag pumalo siya dito, palo. Na. Tak! Dito galing yun. Kaya yun ang ano siya. Ang buwan ito, mayroon siyang laro na laro na ito. Sabi, number 1 ha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tapos doon, yan. Yan. 2, 4, 5, 6, bago 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, bago na sila doon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Then ano niya, laro dito yung galing. Or double stick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move. Come on. Come on. Easy.
So master, ayun yung double stick nyo. Sa double stick nyo.
Double stick, Ligunda, Sinawali, Bumbida. Yan ang laro ng combination siya.
So Master Roger, nakita ko sa footwork mo, ganyan ba talaga yung footwork nyo? Nagsashakot? Anong purpose?
Ang buwan ito, halimbawa, palo ka. Yun. Ibig sabihin, nung nagbago siya, yun. Hindi na siya makapalo rito. Gawa na ang dinala siya rito. Winin na siya, sungagin. Hindi siya maaaring paluin. Ganunin muna, bago, iwan na ng palo. Nandito na, bago, ano na yan. Ang nito, yan na yan. Or, bang. Bang. Di ba, pag pumalo siya, palo, yun, bang. Alam mo, pumalo, palo, bang. Bang. Kaya tama na, tanggal pa. Bago, bang! Yun mo dalhin. Bang! Bago, boom! Bang! Pag mayroon siyang palo na dito dalhin, palo, ito. Bang! Bang! Pag dito naman siya, or move. Bang!
How about Master Roger, yung 12 strike?
12 strike?
Yung 12 palo.
Ang tuno nito, huwag kang galaw ha. 1, tempo. Number 2, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12. Pak. Bago ganun. Unang-unang uri. Ang pangalawang uri, ito na yun, pangalawang uri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pak. Pak. Now, kapag tatlong uri, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pang! Pang! Back. Pangatlong uri. Pang-apat na uri, ito na yung pang-apat. 1. Di largo. And 2. Largo. And 3. Largo. And 4. Largo. And 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Pang. Girl. Pang-apat. Now, pang-5. Atak. Hata. Ginugulat, ibig sabihin. Pag ganun, 1. Very good. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Kung halimbawa nagkaganon siya, tumalo ka. Ano? Pum! Ibig sabihin, kunin. Paluin mo kami. Palo ka ng pa dito pa another okay go pa no pa merong ibang teknik dito, meron isang teknik na palo, meron isang teknik na yan bago siya ginano. Yan, meron siyang technique na dito, pa, bago pan. Yan. Meron siyang technique.
Sir, tanong. Napansin ko po yung grip nyo. Iba-ibang grip nyo is may ganyan, merong gano'n. Anong dahilan?
Ibig sabihin, na kung baga mag-counter, maaari na hindi niya mahuli ito. Kasi itong, pag halimbawa marunong siya, itong inuhuli niya eh. Di wala na. Na-finger lock na ako. Kasi ang unang-una nito, itong palo. Ito yung tinatangkit. Wala na yan. Kung matibay siya dito, doon. Bang! Ayan.
May ibang system po ba kayong napag-aralan?
Wala na. Basta halo-halo na siya, kumbaga kombinasyon na siya. Or either siya dito, palo ka. Nandun lang. Siya pumunta doon. Dito lang. Either, pang! Nandun na yun. Balik. Doon.
Sir, saan po ba kayo natuto ng arnis?
Kupon, Cebu.
Pugon Cebu.
Ang nagturo sa akin, si Atalyo. Si Atalyo.
May pangalan po ba ang sistema niya?
Ano siya sa akin?
No, yung nagturo sa inyo, may pangalan ba? O...
Ang style niya, one siya, yung ipo na pag nawala na sa hangin, kusa siyang nababagsak. Kung nawala na, pag iniwanan siya ng hangin, katulad sa kahoy, natamaan sa hipo-hipo. Nung nawala na yung hipo-hipo, kusa siyang lalaglag. Kaya pag ginanon mo lang siya, palo ka. Yan. Hindi, wala na. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan tudasin pa. Kung lumayo na siya. Wala na eh, tapos na ito eh.
May dinagdag po ba kayo sa sistema sa sistema ng matanda? Yung teacher niya?
Oo, mayroon.
Ano po yun?
Halimbawa, pag pumalo siya rito, na nakaganin, meron siyang pag kumanon siya rito, palo, yan. Pag dito, iba yung technique. Pag pumalo siya dyan, palo, yan, bago,
Or di?
Tusok na bago yan. Patay na sa roon. Bago mo. Hindi na lumalayo yan. Kwadrado. Walang talaga yan. Yan o. Pag dito, palo.
Kasi may nagsado na. Diba sa sabi na
Kunti, hawi lang.
galing sa harap.
Pwede mo sa ganunin.
Kasi may sapat.
Nakatutok na sa kanya yan. Kasi dahil dito sa kay ang lalaki.
Any particular reason for...
Hindi na siya pwede pumalag.
Ano pa yung Sir Roger?
Sa lalo ko wari yung Rizal Arns
sistema nyo
is
ba
lang sa
is
putik doon.
pang baston o pang
Malalaki din.
Mas malaki.
Pwede
Saka-
maaari din sa matalim. Pwede rin.
Pwede po bang pakitaan
Pero
mo
sabi
kami
nga, dahil
ng
madalas ang
pagkaiba
labanan
ng
doon, putik.
sistema
Pag
ng
hindi
stick
nga
mo sa
pumasok,
patay?
may payo, may tulak
Maaari
pa.
din gamitin
Kasi
yung
madulas.
stick sa patalim.
Ano sa
Saka bakit parang baseball bat ang itsura.
Kutsilyo,
So nag-evolve sa
ano sa
environment.
stick. Halimbawa, kung wala siyang may kutsilyo ba tayo dyan?
Ang tikam mo kasi duel. Kaya na-maintain mo mabilis ang football. Ewan sa palayan niya. Medyo parang alangan.
Ayan. Pagdating dito, kung gano'n siya,
Matuto si Alice Mario Twitter.
pagdating dito, ito na yun. Ilayo mo na ito doon. Kung hindi mo tanggal, i-ganon mo ito. Bakit? I-ganon mo rin. Ito nagbabago yan. Ito, pagdating dito, nakaganon na yan. Tusukin na yan. Bago siya palumin.
As I know pala po, sabi daw po sa Luneta is meron daw po kayong sayaw.
Maraming tinik sa kasi doon ito. Pag halimbawa may nasang kutsito, ito, saksak. Yun. Ito, pag binitawan ko ito pa, gagano siya. Didi. Kaya itong ginagamit ko dito. Pag halimbawa pag nagagamit ko pa ito. Mayroon sa yung nagaganito yung pura katak
Yung sayaw.
sayaw. Naga-movement at na parang mayroong ichiting. Nagkukuha siya ng power. Pang! Right and right. Bago. Ah! Dito sa nakatingin. Pag lumapit, hindi ang palo na siya, no? Pag na hindi pa sa tigok, hindi sungkit. Tugkit. Yung pagka sa bunga, tinugkit, hindi mo maaaring paluin. Hindi pa malaglag yan. Ganon. Laglag yun, isang ganon lang. Laglag. Kaya nakaganon siya rito, yan ang tatawag nga, tugkit, buhat, araw. Pwede ba, kumanon siya rito. Yan. Saksak. Yan. Pwede lang yun yan ah. Pwede. Ano? Pa. Hindi na ka. Ano? Parang ano lang siya yung wala na siyang stick. Pag pumalo na dito, yun lang yan. Pwede mo rin yung gano'n. Pwede mo rin gano'n. Yan lang.
Pwede ba pakita nyo Sir Roger yung sayaw nyo sa amin?
Ito yung sayaw
Problema
niya.
ko pare.
Ito yung sayaw.
Nag-invite yung mother-in-law ko.
Ito yung sayaw.
Pinapauwi ako ng misis ko. tag team, pare. May dinner daw sa bahay.
No oras.
Before 5 daw, uwi na ako. Basta pa, anong oras na ba? Mga 30 minutes ready tayo. Patay tayo.
Kaya nakaganito siya. Halimbawa kung ito yung tugdang. Tugdang niya sa pamagitan dito. Itong pinatapit. Kaya dito siya lagi. Pag halimbawa kung mayroon sa palo na nandito na, hindi na sa makarecover. Pwede na, palo ka. Yan, parehas may tama. Pwede. Hindi ako. Ibalik mo. Pwede lang ang kinulo ko yan, no? Okay. Meron pa bang... Alam mo, papalo ng dos. Palo ka ng dos. Dos. Yan, dos. Palo ka ng ulo. Ito yun. Ha! Bago. Ha!
Dito, balik lang nga kami.
Naka-counter ito. Pag halimbawa, pag tumira siya.
So, sa mga ano naman natin, Master Roger, sa mga manonood, may question?
Tanong ko lang. Napansin ko, ano, nawala na yung ano yun? Yung isang lalaki, paano?
Naano ako sa panaderia. Bikiri. Bikir ako. Bikir ako sa panaderia. Nagtagal ako sa bikiri habang ako nag-aaral ng arnes. Kasi wala akong pambayad sa arnes eh. Kasi ang pambayad ng matanda, hindi dito tumatanggap ng pera. Ang inaano niya, yung mga manok. Manok, mahilig sa sabong yun eh.
Pagsabong.
Familiar na kwento.
May
Familiar na
certificate
kwento.
naman ako, pare.
Sabong.
Sabong.
So, hindi tumatanggap ng manok, pera. Manok, siyang nagpapagpalaki. Kailangan marunong kumain yung manok.
So, di mo mahirap, kasi kanina, doble baston kayo, hindi mo mahirap kumawak sa kaliwa pag wala yung ano?
Kaya ngayon, pag hindi mo pag-aralan, hindi mo makukuha yan. Kaya ito, parang itong tinatawag na mahaba na, yan. Pwede siyang ganon. Pagdating dito, ganon, iba forma. Iba forma. Pwede siyang, halimbawa, pumalo ka. Wala, ta! Ganon yan. Yan. Forma ulit, palo. Pa! Pag talo niya dito, palo, yan. Doon, pa!
Pero hindi naman mahirap hawakan yung...
Hindi. Pag medyo first time pa lang, medyo hirap.
Pero pag...
Pag pumalo siya, palo, yan. Huwag mo ilag ang palo. Pa! Yan. Na ngayon, yung tumama, ganun na ito. Ito ang tama. Bago mo, pang! Yan na yan. Bago mo, siyang ganunin. Bago mo, ito tinatawag na bite and pick. Parang alon. Parang alon sa tubig o sa dagat.
Ano pa na tawag niyo yan?
Ano to? Ang tawag dito, yung ganyan, akyat, akyat. So, kilang akyat ngayon? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maging 8 sila. Ngayon, iyan mo doon, 5, 6, 7. Ibig sabihin, sintitiros. Ito naman din ngayon, isa, nagka-counter. Maging 4 rin yan. Walang bilang ito. Ito lang ang bilang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pwede na ganun na. Pwede na siya ganunin. Pwede sabayan. Pwede nilatang. Sabay, latang. meron siyang pagpalo, pwede nang gano'n. Yan lang. Pwede dyan. Yan, no? Pag natira ito, yan lang. No? Pag dito, pupunta na doon. Yan. Ito namang sa loob. Pag bumagsak yan doon, pa! Nandun agad. No? Hindi na pumunta yan doon. Malayo na. Dito lang yan. Sa gawid ng balikat. Kasi pag kumanon ako rito, palo ka. Palo ka. Palo ka. Yun. Tak! Doon. Kasi merong siyang gano'n, palo ka. Palo ka. Gano'n nun. Palo doon. Tak! Doon. Ayusin mo, ayusin mo. Ayusin mo. Pak! Doon. Tak! Kasi ito, may mari siyang mga delikado ito. Bago pagdating ito, tatagadan yung code.
Thank you, Sir Roger. Hindi may papakita po ba kayo?
Kung ano na, kung pwede pa,
Wala.
Okay lang.
ito yung kadugtong sa laro namin kanina. Ganun nga. Simi lang ha. Okay, siyam lang ha. 1. Ituloy mo na, ituloy mo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tama mo, ito. Sige ha? Sige. Sige. Pa. Sige. Sige. Pa. 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 Kaya pag di ka marunong dito, ito lang gumagamit sa atin. O ito. Sikapiliran, balikat. Ang sa akin, dito lang ang tinuro sa akin na matanda. Ito, sa gitna. Itong balang natin. Nandito ang power ng gagaling. Hindi di. Bago dito, dito muna. Bago dito. Yun lang. Ang gandang salamat sa inyo.
Maraming salamat na.
Salamat, sir. Soft drinks muna tayo, sir. Our little gathering, I'd like to introduce Torky. Torky, would you like to take over? Take it. Hello. Bye. If you know...
He would not teach just anybody. For me, it took me 6 months of talking to him and getting to know him before he would teach me. We've never had a school for Arnis Belite. He always taught at his house. The reason I inherited from him, now he was in 1938, he was a champion boxer. His nickname was Kid Belite. I guess he's pretty ugly and when he fights and stuff. I don't know, I didn't pay attention because he was hurting me. And so when he passed away in 1991, I went out on the lookout. I knew one other instructor that was in the United States, but I was in Africa, in Somalia, fighting at the time. 2 months before I came back, the other instructor passed away. I came here a number of years ago and saw 2 of his daughters. He has 4 daughters, 1 son. The 1 son does not believe in fighting. He wants nothing to do with fighting. He calls the police and that's it. Okay, he's in San Diego. The 4 daughters don't know anything because Fundador does not believe in teaching women. He refused. So the only way they know something is they would kind of watch us, and then they would go back because he had a big mango grove. So they would go back there and said, "I think they're doing this."
Di ba?
Since he was his passion was boxing. He loved boxing. So what he did is he took boxing and incorporated it in the harness, and he took harness and incorporated it in the boxing. So when he boxed, there was some little harness in there, without the stick, of course. And when he did harness, there was a little boxing in there. Anyway, when he passed away, I came back here to see two of the sisters, because the other two, one's in Hong Kong and the other one is in Saudi Arabia. And I said, let's find some of the instructors or who's senior so they can do it. I was the most junior. I was the last instructor he made before he passed away. And I was the youngest at the time. So we went out and tried to find them, but they all passed away also. These were old guys. So I inherited it, and I said I would hold it until someone in the family would take it back. I had one of the grandsons who knew his grandfather, but only when he was 5 or 6 years old, and now he's like in his mid-20s or something. And I asked him last time I was here if he would like to learn what his grandfather taught. He said yes. Well, I'm here and he's not. He hasn't contacted me, he hasn't come to do it, so I'm stuck with it still.
You wanna stay here, bro? You might
Yeah,
melt.
man.
Yeah.
You might melt.
Yeah, man. I don't wanna
Yeah, a bit more on the shade.
Yeah, the sun's a voodoo to me. So I'm kind of still it until I can find somebody from the family, because it's not my art, it's the family's art. And that's always a thing to remember. So when somebody says, oh, your art, it's not mine. I'm just representing the family until they take it back and I can get one of the grandkids. Because all the daughters are even older than I am. The son's older than I am, and they don't want it. I mean, they can't do it. They didn't learn it or whatever. And that's the history behind Arnis Baliti. Arnis Baliti does not have routines like you might see in modern arnis, tappy and stuff. We don't do that. We don't have any set routines. Arnis Baliti only uses one baston. We don't use two, because he always liked to touch with the other hand. He always liked to feel, touch, punch, whatever. He also liked to kick a lot too. His big answers, one time when he's sparring with me, I should say while he was abusing me, along here, afterwards I'm kind of going like this, and he said, oh, did that hurt? And I said, yeah, it kind of hurt. He says, maybe you ought to learn to block better. So that's what I had to do and stuff, you know? That was his answer to things. He was strict, but he wasn't strict. He was open to teaching, but only if you had a good personality and your character was good. If it wasn't, he wouldn't teach you. I operate on the same thing. If I don't like you, I don't teach you. If you have a bad character, I'll have nothing to do with you. Like I said, we don't have a routine. And Arnis Baliti is very, 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 very basic. Okay? There's nothing fancy on it. In fact, when we teach some of our things, I give you the first two moves, like Huli Lasab. I give you capture and a trap. After that, it's your problem what you do. You want to kiss them, kiss them. You want to kick them, kick them. Because you're not me and I'm not you. Everybody is built differently, mentally and physically. So you have to adapt how you are to how you're going to take the opponent after that.
So, you did mention that you taught Arvin over here?
Arvin's a professional.
No, dude.
Alright.
Can't be
So how did you start off with him?
I can't be a professional in one session, bro.
How did you start off with him?
I'll just show one thing. You gotta get a stick. That's just real quick.
Oh, I told you were going to do that.
Like Huli Lasab, for like, okay, in ours we have 7 strikes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 5 thrusts. A lot of people call it 12, but we have 5, limang parasuk, 5 thrusts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. But you'll see mostly we never attack straight on. We're always at an angle. So we hardly ever use this strike, and we hardly ever use this strike because you have to go straight. Everything we do is at an angle. We have two different blockings. We have kalasagsalag, which is for the shield, where you use the body. So they hit the stick, you'll feel the rebound, but you don't get hurt. The other is we never block like this, because we feel we can't control the opponent, whatever he's doing. So we always use undated, the swing block, and our hands like this, not square like this, because now you're going to bend your hands and get hurt. If you're like this, you're going to hold the stick like this. So it's always between this knuckle and this knuckle, because then you really don't want to bend. It's always in the middle of the stick. If it's here, it can break. If it's here, you can hit yourself. We always have 1/2 inch to 1 inch so we can hook. We never grab until the final. Okay, if he's dead, we can grab to pick him up. Otherwise, we don't grab. We always just hook everything. All right. So if he's going to do a #1 strike, which is to here, all right, I'm going to do undated. The only thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to come here. The big reason is you have a choice right from here. I can either continue on going on, or I can go like this and run. I like the running part. It's slow, cripple. But if he comes, all I'm going to do is block here. I'm going to go in here and there. That's all I'm going to show you. Now it's up to you what you do. Okay? Me, I like to come up here. I like to come back here. I like to go over here. Sometimes I like to bring it here. Maybe I just break his arm there. This is my favorite.
Yeah, that feels
Because
good.
if they don't take a bath, then I can go like this. He took a bath, so you see, he's smiling. It was good.
Yeah.
All right? Even if he's coming across like this, I'm going to block here. I'm going to step in this way because it's the angle. Then automatically, I'm going to come here because now I'm here. If he walks it, and actually, I'm just going to go like that and do what I want. If I'm there, what we do for an exercise, and it isn't a drill like tappy-tappy or something, because tappy-tappy you can predict, right, what's going on. So a lot of the drill, sinuwali, it's the same thing, or you change it a little bit. Ours is always different. He's going to help me, I'm going to help him. You remember how to do this, right? So if he comes in, I'm going to block. I may hook here. I want to grab the stick here because that's where I can use it. I don't want to grab it here because I can't go like this. I don't want to grab like this because then it's hard to hit like this. So every time I have to grab like this. So I'm going to go here. Let's say I go here. I'm going to step here. It's the best. I'm going to break it. Now, see, I can attack. Now, that's my part. Now I'm going to help him. As I do this, he blocks. Slapping because he grabbed me. We never grab.
Yep.
Okay? He grabs there. Automatically he attacks. I come here. Oh.
Very good.
And it's just continuous, and you never know. So I'm always going to try to get the advantage here. If I'm behind him, no. Do something. If I'm here and I'm behind him, it's easy for me. So I might go 1, so he has a chance to turn because it's his turn. Okay? So if I go like this and I take it, now notice all I'm doing is this. So again, like that. If I like this, I go like this. I don't like it, I can go like this. I never grab. It's always a hook. Okay, I give him time to go to turn. Maybe I don't like that, so I'm going to change hands to make him think more because he's too used to the other. I'm not going to let go easy because he's got to break it. I slap his hand because he grabs me. We don't grab. What happens when you grab? What's the next move you got to think about? It's a question. You have to let go, yes? If you grab, you have to let go. I'm too old to think that far ahead in the future. So I don't grab. That's like if our hands are always open, our fingers are together, they're not like this. We never close our hand unless we're actually going to punch. So if I'm going to punch him, I'm going to get like this, and then I'm going to close my hand. Because if we believe if we were like this, and I change my mind and I want to grab him, I'll say, take a step back. Oh, now I can open and grab. I have to adjust or he has to adjust. So our hand's always open till the last second. Got it? Yeah. Easy, huh? Very good. You're so good. And that's Ernest Delete. Give Marvin a hand. That's my #1 man. And see, as I said, Ernest Delete is really a simple art. I just give you the first couple moves, no matter what block. If it's a hit down here, I'll give you 2 moves. After that, it is up to you what you do because you know what you're capable of. Jiu-jitsu guys go into jiu-jitsu moves. Judo guys do judo moves. If you're modern artists, they go into whatever they feel comfortable with. And that's all Ernest Delete is.
I have a question.
No. You always have a question.
No, because we tend to hear a lot of times that, well, like Filipino boxers tend to dominate in boxing because Filipinos incorporated Arnis moves into boxing. And you did mention that Kid Balit incorporated boxing into Arnis and Arnis into boxing. What did they exactly incorporate into boxing? Or how what?
The angles and if you notice boxers are a lot of the roundhouse punches, the bolo. You have a famous boxer back in the 40s, Bolo. He was known as Bolo. He went to the state and he was like welterweight champ or lightweight champ. You have to look at my special edition on Filipino boxers. I have one on that. And they roundhouse and such as this. So what Pundador would incorporate from the arnis going into the boxing, the boxers are like this all the time, straight on, coming at you. He always used angles. He always used the angles because what's arnis? The arnis, do you go straight in all the time? No. Some arts you have parts where you go straight in. But most of the time you're working angles one way or the other, the triangle or such. Or in Kung Tao, the circular way of doing things. So that's what he took from the arnis. Now, it wasn't always called Arnis Beliti. Pundador would just call it arnis. That's all he called it. When he passed away, I called it Aguilian arnis or arnis Aguilian, but I thought that kind of sucks. Well, it didn't really sound. I mean, I'm going against modern arnis, Calesillissimo, Rapido. You know, I'm going against these good names. You know, they're kind of classy, right? So I called the daughters up and asked if I could use his nickname, Beliti, because he was Kid Beliti. So I call it Arnis Beliti. Because the reason he got that name in fighting is because he was pretty ugly when he got mad. And he was kind of haunting when he fought you.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it.
It's like what he would do is just to show you that how good you were. He would take the baston and he'd take a strip of rag about this thick, about this long, wrap it at the end of each stick. Dip one in the red paint, one in the blue. Okay? So then we would square him, and I'd look at him and say, because I'd hit him here, maybe here, maybe here. Then he'd go, yeah, and I'd be just solid red. You know? And you didn't feel it that much because of the rag, but you look pretty funny, you know, because of all the paint and everything all over you. So that's the way he says, I think you need a little more practice, eh? And I'd say, yes, I think so. And that's Arnis Beliti. Very simple. Nothing hard.
So, anybody have any questions?
See, next.
Next! So, we have...
Rapid is meron din basic block. Example, we call it payong. Usually, ang target namin agad is sa kamay. So, papalo siya. So, yung basic. So, kahit sa braso, pag pumalo siya, ganun pa rin yung basic.
That one. I got Coke, Coke
Isa naman is pluma. Ulit pluma. So pag pumalo siya, ng balita, sa balita tuhod. So yun yung basic strike namin. Meron kaming 12 sombrada. So yung number 1, example, sombrada is here. So yun yung basic na ano. So ano yung number 2? Ito yung number 2. Sa footwork naman namin, ang basic namin, ang tinatawag namin panlalaki, ang male step, is letter V. So, pagpapalo siya, makikita doon yung footwork. Sa rapido rin is meron ding empty hand. Super siya. Yung ano, nakinukuha rin sa kilos din ng stick. Susuntok rin siya. Tapos meron din sa sipan. Kunyari suntok siya. Tapos isa.
I want them, you know, if you want to send it, remember when it comes out, all the time out, you can get something.
Meron din sa night. Sa may night.
Yeah, 32. Hindi kailangan ng stick. If you're asking kung kaya mo dalhin ng stick, you don't need to carry one. You just use the same techniques with empty hands.
Basic namin sa night.
And the thing is, when you're training with a stick, once you get into empty hands, malakas na yung kamay mo because of all of the stick practice. Because if you're practicing with sticks, then mas mabilis if you remove the stick. Your hand will move faster. Diba? Para ka nag-weights eh. Because all that work.
Tapos yung basic slash.
It's more like Aikido.
Not exactly. Kasi, Aikido. Kasi normally it's
Sa bayan din.
palabas. With Filipino martial arts, it's more direct. That means papasokan ka. Ang Aikido kasi will step out, will move you.
Basic basic.
Papasokan ka dito, pukunin ka dito.
Sumbrada.
So malapitan. So if I can break you here, I can use my elbow. So there are lots of different things you can do.
Using the other part with energy or strength.
You can normally you want, like if you're talking about stick, hindi mo, it's very difficult to block a lot most of the time. Like malaki yung kataga. What is this? You go to the floor. There are times of course, pag nakuha ka mabilis, pasok ka. But most of the time, nakita mo even though it looks like a block, but it's more for the selection. Kasi if you block directly, pag malakas, it's a go.
Balay ni Glenn.